the Sparks taking on the Dream. There's always a lot of movement in the W. And right now I'm showing Atlanta 4.5, 166.5.
All right. So what do we got here, Ramon? It looks like two teams pretty decently matched here for the most part. Maybe the Dream has a little bit of the edge inside. Maybe that's why they're favorite here today. Dream though are 1-3 over their last 4 games, and defensively not playing great, allowing 98 points a game to their opponents. Dream are also 3-10 against the spread at home. Give me the Sparks plus 4.5 here.
God, the Dream is so inconsistent. This line has really gone up, Mindy. You've talked about the moves. This is certainly a pretty big move on Atlanta. Is it just too far for me? I feel like it is. I feel like I want to take the Sparks and give them a chance here in this one at plus 4.5. Yeah, I mean, you're dealing again with another uh, early start, but not as early. I mean, this is
Yeah,
3
it's not
o'clock.
that 9 a.m. Time.
Showing Circa is even up to -5 right now. So I think the line's just gone a little bit too high, and I want to try the Sparks here in this one. I do worry about them a little bit on the road. And Atlanta, just it seemed like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I felt like they were the talk of the league. They were moving up, but they've given a little bit back, and their defense is just it's pretty bad. Actually, they should be better. Especially with Howard, but we'll see. Jordan Canada, that's definitely a question mark if she is out of the lineup. Let's see what her injury status is. She's definitely questionable in this game. Shanae Agumake is out of this game. So that's two good players. Canada's a starter. Shanae, yeah, she starts also. I think Hamby will be in there for Shanae. Hamby's been starting as well, though. I think they've been going back and forth a little bit. But I'm going to try the Sparks here plus the points. Arnez, hello. Sue's on the Sparks. Renoir might be on the over here. Sue likes the over. That total's going down, down, down. Mindy, and maybe when you talked about the moves, I don't know. I think you were talking both sides and totals, but
Correct.
this one certainly had a send out as high as $1.60, as a 169, and now a dollar 166.5. It's a total. Get it right, Ramon. Here's Sparks. It looks like Sparks. But Sports Rules says they can't do it on the road. They can't do it on the road right now. Yep, no doubt, Fernando. Great. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, take our consensus, but use your own. Look, there are 2 plays right now. I can tell you that Mindy and I. Look, if you look at the numbers on 2 of those baseball, we're contrarian. We're taking a team that does not look as good as this, but hey, that's part of the game, right? You got to pick the right upset at the right time. So go with your gut, but use that as a guidance.
Yeah, we are your due diligence tool, right? You guys come here with what you like, and then you see if we all have consensus. I mean, that's kind of how our show here has been, going. So we're going to give you our best shot at it, and you can take our information and roll with it, or we're not right all the time. Again, we hit 55-60% of the time, but we're not going to hit them all. So you got to feel good about what you feel good about, right?
Well, we feel good about the Sparks. Let's take them. So yeah. So the Sports Girls on Atlanta. No, I thought I saw one other. I thought I saw someone on the Dream.
Yeah, I think we just had it. I don't remember who it was.
So right, Mindy. So I think on that, talking about what Fernando said, making the plays at the last minute. And I'm kind of both. I like some games I like early, but I'm trying to anticipate too the line. And, I want to make sure I have the best line whenever possible. So even in premiums, I'm going to come at it sometimes. And that's why I feel like the late steam was put in there because I'm the steam guy. And I think Tony likes, you know, um, if you enter the plays in early, you're not giving yourself a chance. I mean, a lot of people are going to walk up to the window. Yeah, you do need to give them a little leeway. That's why we kind of say, 10 minutes to 2 hours for that late steam feature. But, I think as far as when you play, it's just a matter of, sometimes you just have to play it when you play it, like Mindy and I here on the show. We got to do it right now. But, you can time the market a little bit too. Okay, let's continue on, Mindy. Our 4 games here. We got to get this show going on Mystics and Wings. Here, the Wings, they're up to 5.5 today. Over the Mystics, 162.5. This total's dropping.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get it. I like the Mystics a lot here in this one. They are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 here. Both teams are 1-2 over their last 3, but the Mystics are the ones scoring all the points here. They are averaging well over 95 a game. Wings scoring 78 points over their last 3. Man, I really like. Do we go to a different one? We're on the Mystics.
Right? No. Keep going.
I got scared for a second. I was like, oh my God,
I just slipped there.
I'm like, am I covering the wrong thing? All right, but I really like the Mystics here today.
All right, Mindy, on the Mystics here in this one, plus 5.5 now. Interestingly, yeah. Look, Dallas has definitely had its moments, and they're still a game under 500. Mystics, sure, they got worked over by the Aces. Maybe they're on the road here. I get it. And the move's definitely on Dallas here. All of a sudden, going up to 5.5. I feel kind of torn. Man, this total is really this. Could this be one of those games? It's really moving down because of Washington being so stout defensively. I mean, they've got great defenders now. Elena Della Dunne's out. So how does that affect the rest of the team? I think that
make them a little bit faster. I think it might increase their pace. Right?
I think it has to increase the pace. I mean, Dallas is the kind of the pace team in the league, aren't they? Currently, as far now, maybe the over-unders aren't necessarily showing that. And I know the Mystics are awesome. And Della Dunne, I don't know. She's a good defender. She's not as good as she used to be. But the other, with Cloud, Atkins, Sykes, those guys are great defenders. Hawkins in there now, too. I'm going to go over, though. I think Dallas has no choice for me. Mindy says take Washington. I'm not necessarily fretting because Della Dunne is out and wants me to get on the Wings. But I'm going to take the over in this one. I was almost going to premium that thing, and now it's gone down to 162.5. Oh, well, I don't mind. It seems like I'm getting the plays on the show right, and the premiums not as good. So let me take the over. Let me be right. And Mindy on the Mystics. That's what Sue's on. She's on the Mystics. Yeah, isn't it true, Thomas? The movement seems to come in. That's why we're here also.
Yeah.
On YouTube, your first look on YouTube. We like to be here when the lines move a little bit. Sue says Mystics and over. But that's when they're moving. Right now, it feels like. First half over for Renoir. Jay, you going to take the Mystics here. Della Dunne's one of the best players in the league, but one of the best players in league history. No doubt about it. She's out today for Washington. I don't think that's terrible. I believe it's an ankle. I believe it's a sprained ankle. So Sports Girls got the farm play of the day.
The farm play of the day.
8 acres. 8 acres play of the day. We've got Mindy's got Washington, Arnaz, and I've got the over. See if we can't get some more consensus action when the Sky take on the Fever. The Fever in this one are up to a 3-point favorite now. There's your movement, Mindy. It's obviously on the Fever.
Right.
They were as low as probably 2. Maybe I even saw it send out at -1. And the total here in this one is 160.5. These totals are starting to go down. We're starting to see those fourth quarters, Mindy.
I know. It's the biggest sweat out there, Ramon, seeing if they can get over a total while they're putting up only 5 points with, 6 minutes to go in the final quarter.
Yeah, I mean the scores are definitely right at halftime. It's like 80-8. It's like
Yeah, so what are we thinking? Are we thinking that these ladies are kind of running out of gas at the end? Is that the deal?
well, I also want to equate it a little bit to NBA play that there's a little bit more defense, and I think with the women's game, the defense is going to is a little bit more defensive. How's that? But I think creative shot makers in the NBA and their ability to elevate above the rim does allow for them to be a little bit more effective offensively. The defense intensity in both genders are going to be there maybe a little bit more in the fourth.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of how I feel about it. One thing that's
More the
interesting,
intensity rather than lack of conditioning.
right. And one thing that is interesting, and it doesn't necessarily equate because we do see the game slow down, but one thing in the WNBA, in the NBA, when you have like a 25-point game, you'll see 2 or 3 possessions sometimes where they just hand the ball, hand it in, and walk it in, and give it to the other player, and they just sit there and dribble. It's almost like the women, they take the time off the time clock, at least dribble the ball around, pass it around, take a shot. Uh, do the fans a solid, NBA. You don't have to rub it in someone's face. Just execute some basketball plays. Don't insult everyone by tossing the ball in, dribbling it out for 20 seconds, handing the referee so the other team can come in and do the same thing. Just take a shot. It doesn't matter what the spread is because you shouldn't be paying attention to that anyways. Just run a set. You don't have to slam dunk it in the face. Yeah. What do you got here?
Oh, well, I know I went, I kind of feel bad, right? I was talking about all the moves yesterday and look what I'm on. I'm on the Sky. I'm on the Sky here, Ramon. They're 2-1 over their last 3 games, scoring 82 points a game. Fever 0-3, scoring 77. The Sky like to play on Sunday. I think that's another thing. If I look at scoring on the weekends, they're elevated. I don't know if they're like saying, "Hey, we want this viewership. We want to go ahead and give everyone out there some good games." I don't know what it is, but scoring's up like 3 or 4% on the weekends here as well. Sky 5-2 in their last 7 Sunday games. I like the Sky here on the points. I think it's going to be really close. I have it right within this 3 points here, so it's going to be interesting.
Okay, I got you. Mindy says on the Sky, here's Fever, though, for a crush. Arnaz says, take the Fever. Ron G on the Fever. Sports Girl on the Fever.
Right. Just taking the money line there, yeah.
I've asked everyone to come up with their own nickname, and here's the Rich might have to leave the country special play of the day is on the Sky.
He's going to be ran out, right?
Here's Sky in the over for Sue. And Jay says, take the Sky. I don't know, Renoir. I think they should raise the rim for the men. How about that?
Right. There you go.
I'll take the under in this one.
What do we got with Wemby? What is he? 7'8"? How tall is he?
Right? Wemby, right? Yeah, he dunks it standing pretty much.
Well, it's kind of funny, I was watching that 30 for 30 yesterday with Bill Walton, and
you did watch it? Okay.
Yeah, did you watch it yesterday?
I haven't, but did they mention? I don't know, if you caught this or if I've ever mentioned it. I know I talk about my Bill went to Helix High. Did they mention?
Yeah. He
Okay.
showed lots of old photos from Helix. Him and his brother, I guess, played at the same time.
Yeah, Bruce Walton, he played for the Dallas Cowboys.
Right. So he was huge, right? And Bill is this little scrawny guy, but could just literally like drop the ball and whoop. It was pretty amazing. It was really good. You should check it out.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I know Bill's story. Having not seen it, I'm sure one of the most famous stories told on there was when Elvin Hayes called Bill's house and talked to his mom and said,
He was
because Helix
featured.
had like the best gym in the whole city, and Bill had the keys to the gym, even though he was just a student. And Elvin Hayes called Bill Walton up and said to Bill's mom, "This is Big E. Can you tell Bill we need to get in the Billy that we need to get in the gym?" And Bill's mom says, "Billy, there's a Big E on the phone, and he needs to get." It was Elvin Hayes, right? I mean, just like a legend of the game, just calling up little Billy to get in the gym at the high school so they could work out.
Awesome.
All right. Liberty and Storm here in this one, Mindy. Liberty, big favorite here. We know the Storm's been struggling, but still going to have to cover a big number. It's up to 10 now.
Yeah, I mean the Storm. I'm gonna go over, or not go over. I'm gonna take the Storm here in this one. It's mostly with what they've done lately, right? They're averaging well over 95 points a game. The Storm, yeah, I mean, Jewel Lloyd had a great outing there versus the Lynx in the last one. They've been really hitting from three. I have them winning the 3-point battle 31-25 if I break it down. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with Seattle today. Need them to be on fire. I'm looking for lots of scoring as well.
Yeah, probably might need it. I'm gonna
Mike.
take. I'm gonna take the over in this one. Mindy can have Seattle. I would think the Liberty should smash them here, but I don't know. Maybe too many points now at 10. I probably can't do a premium, and I wanted to, but I'll take the over in this one. It's already up to 168.5. You mentioned Seattle scoring all those points. If they score 90, I mean, are they going to?
Surprised?
They'd be giving up. They're supposed to give up 100. They're a 10-point underdog. Now I don't know if that's going to happen, but all they got to do is get to 170. I mean, even if Seattle gets to 80, and then the Liberty win by 10. There's your 170. I'll go over, I think, in this one. Anybody?
We're still betting the farm. There you go.
Look at this. Over as hell. I love that. All right. What is Ron says? Oh, hey, Ron was getting that. Yeah, Ron was. I can't do one of those, Ron. One of those.
Take a little off the top.
Hairlines. I've got my Charlie Brown haircut here. All right. Storm plus the points. Sports Girls locks on that over. Renoir says the over. Sports Girls got the Green Acres play of the day.
Green Acres. With the Haney's.
Storm over.
I'm not from Green Acres.
Thomas likes the Liberty. Miles.
Take me a day to write these baseball plays down.
Mindy's entering the plays. We'll get out of here 2 hours with us. I guess it was 1:45. We were kind of late again as usual, but that's okay. Thank you so much for the record. I'm going to call it 151. I want to think I saw 153, but I don't know if I did. So I'll just have to say I definitely saw 151.